morning students. So we will continue our chapter from page number 18. Topic is customizing the Windows setup. Customizing means making the changes according to your own requirement. First is setting date and time. Click at the extreme right of on the notification area where you see the date and time. Select the change date and time settings option from the pop-up window that opens up. The date and time dialog box will appear. Figure 2.4 is given setting change date and time settings option. This is backward button, forward button, clock is given, and month, year is given, and date is given, and here is written change date and time settings. By default, date and time tab is selected. Date and time tab is selected. This is also date and time seconds. So this is spin arrow. Spin means up and down arrow given below the clock. This is the date given, time given. This is date and time setting dialog box. To change date, click on the change date and time button. The date and time settings dialog box will appear. Select the current day in the displayed calendar. You can change the month using the forward or backward buttons present on the calendar. This I have shown you already. Next is to change time. To change the hour, select the hour in the text box located below the clock. You can also make use of the spin arrows, that is up and down arrows, like this arrows are given. This is called spin arrows to increase or decrease the value as desired. Similarly, you can change the minutes and seconds. Click OK. The date and time of the system will change accordingly. Next is setting volume of speaker. That is like this speaker button shown on the notification area. Click on the speaker button. Click on the speaker icon present on the notification area. In the pop-up window, drag the slider up and down to increase or decrease the volume respectively. Click the mixer if you want to separately control the volume of computer, speaker and other sound devices. To mute the volume, click on the mute speakers button. Next is use of shortcut menu. When you right click on any icon, a pop-up menu appears which is called context menu. So shortcut menu is also called context menu. Underline this whole line. When you right click on any icon, pop-up menu appears which is also called context menu. Using this pop-up menu, you can save your time to access commands. Right clicking on the different areas and objects will display different set of commands in the context menu. The context menu is also called the shortcut menu. Underline the last line also. The context menu is also called the shortcut menu. Next is right clicking on the blank area of the desktop, that is customizing the desktop. This I have shown you already before in the previous class. When you right click on the blank area of the desktop, you will find a menu with the list of options. The personalize option can be seen at the bottom. Using the personalize option, you can change the background setting of the desktop, screensaver, appearance of icons, menus, message box, font, color, etc. And you can also give various visual effects. And this also is given in figure 2.6, shortcut menu displaying personalize option. That is the last option of the desktop when you right click on the desktop. Next is right clicking on an object. When you right click on an icon, the desktop will find an entirely different menu. The properties option will be found at the bottom of the list. This is shown here. When you right click on any icon, last option is the properties icon. So this is the icon to change the properties of an icon. Now I show you practically how these topics are done. This is your laptop screen and this is your last bar as your taskbar. At the end you can see the date and the time. When you click on this option, then the time clock is ticking over here. You can just change the time accordingly, and this is month is given and the year is given. Then date is given. When you want to just change the date, click on any date that will be changed, suppose, and then you have This is date and time settings. Next one we have here the options is of Windows 2010. Then the options shown is Windows 2007 that you can apply in your computer using the steps given before. Next you have the personalize and properties option. When we right click on the blank area of the desktop, last option personalize option is given. When you click on that personalize option, you can actually change the background of the desktop. This I've shown you already. You can change the color, you can lock screen, themes you can change, font you can change, and everything else. Next is when you right click on any icon. For example, I right click on this icon. Then the last option here is properties. Click on properties. Then properties may show you first the name of the icon. Then you have general, security, custom, details, previous version, type of the icon, that is icon of Microsoft Excel, and we have opened with Microsoft Excel only. Location, path it is shown, size is shown, size on the disk is shown, and when it was created. If any changes were made, then on which date and time the changes were made, assessed when you have opened that particular icon. All this information is given in the properties. So this was all about your chapter number 2. If you have any doubts, please ask in the group.